All right, guys. So, you know how King Charles was just at the White House? And interestingly, Mark Rutte was also at the White House, like pretty much the same time. And then there was the Bilderberg meeting there in DC as well at the same time. And now Trump is well, he went to China. And, well, now King Charles has announced plan to introduce the digital ID right after meeting with his buddies from the Ninth Circle cult. That's right. Mark Rutte, Donald Trump, King Charles, and many others are members of the Ninth Circle Vatican cult. They just met in DC, and now they're rolling out the digital ID. All right, friends. So I think officially every conspiracy theory has been proven true except flat Earth. And no, I am not going to go down that rabbit hole. It's coming. Guys, it is so important that you connect with your community. You have to prepare to fight the data centers. You have to prepare to fight the digital ID. We have to prepare to fight. And we can only fight if we have the numbers. Get your town hall meetings together, friends. So you might be wondering what Mark Rutte wants. Well, Rutte calls on NATO countries to provide additional billions for Ukraine. Additional billions. So we've already given Ukraine over $100 billion, probably a lot more. They're not going to tell us the real number, I don't think. I don't think they do. I think they lie about everything. So what does that mean? Well, that means continued war with Russia. And what is Russia planning on doing? Well, did you hear that they're going to release evidence about 9/11? They claim that they have the evidence and they're going to release it. So, Mark Rutte, he's a big player in this New World Order. Blow up. Blow up with Rutte? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, the normal guy, he's in a cult that sacrifices, rapes, cannibalizes, and murders children. You think that's a normal guy? Says a lot about you, observer. And this trip to China. Did you see all the people that Trump took with him? So, President Donald Trump is set to travel to China this week for a highly blah, 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 blah. Some of the biggest U.S. companies to join his trip. The CEOs include Tesla's Elon Musk, Apple's Tim Cook, BlackRock's Larry Fink, and Boeing's Kelly Ortberg. Other invited executives are Meta President Dino Powell McCormick, Micron's Tech, Sanjay Mehrotra, Qualcomm's Cristiano Amon, GE Aerospace's Larry Culp. Wait, is that two people from? Oh, no, it's Blackstone's Steven Schwarzman, Citigroup's Jane Fraser, Goldman Sachs' David Solomon, Coherent's Jim Anderson, Illumina's Jacob Thaysen, MasterCard's Michael Mybeck, and Visa's Ryan McInerney, and Cargill's Brian Sykes. Cisco CEO Chuck Robbins was invited but won't join the trip due to the company's earnings schedule. Notably, NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang was not invited. This is because the White House is focusing more on agriculture and commercial aviation matters. Right, I mean, of course they are, and that explains why Elon Musk and, the Meta dude and all these other people are there who have nothing to do with agriculture. So, that makes perfect sense. Yep, big things happening, friends. Big things happening. Are you preparing? I hope so. Stay tuned. I'm sure things are going to escalate very quickly from now on. 6G is coming. Here's what to expect from the next generation of cellular tech. When it succeeds 5G in 2030, the next-gen mobile network will focus on upload speeds, AI, and radar-like sensing of vehicles, devices, and people. Because these cell towers are not used for the purposes they tell us. You can turn your data off and you can still make phone calls and text. Radar-like sensing or mind control. Or, worse, what the whistleblower came forward and said that they're going to use this tech to tear all the graphene out of our bodies. Or, what did he say? It's like putting tinfoil in a microwave. We really, really need to organize. Stop putting it off, for God's sakes, please. Schedule a town hall meeting. Organize your community and get prepared. Please. And finally, when flock cameras appear, everything you need to know about this surveillance tech. Flock Safety is setting up cameras and drones across the country. I spoke to cities and privacy advocates fighting back against the AI surveillance, including Flock and others like it. This is April, friends. Flock surveillance cameras and drones are now common. I have up-close experience with Flock as my current city, Bend, Oregon, ended its contract with surveillance company Flock Safety earlier this year after a public campaign protesting the cams. In some very active city council meetings, Flock's controversial AI-powered license plate cameras were shut down, and its partnership with local law enforcement ended our privacy concerns. We weren't the only city to reject Flock cameras in the past 2 years. 2 years? I thought this was new. Dozens of towns have suspended or deactivated contracts with Flock over concerns about how the cameras could be used, as well as weak contract language. But you might not even know if Flock has come to your town. Sometimes these automated license plate readers, or ALPRs, appear in neighborhoods without warning. Flock gripped news headlines late last year when it was under the microscope during widespread crackdowns by Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Though Flock doesn't have a direct partnership with federal agencies, law enforcement agencies are free to share data with departments like ICE, and they frequently do. One study from the Center of Human Rights at the University of Washington found that at least 8 Washington law enforcement agencies shared their Flock data networks directly with ICE in 2025. And 10 more departments allowed ICE backdoor access without explicitly granting the agency permission. Many other reports outline similar activity. Following Super Bowl ads about finding lost dogs, Flock was under scrutiny about its planning partnership with Ring. Ooh, that's right, I did hear about that. Amazon's security brand. The integration would have allowed police to request the use of Ring brand home security cameras for investigations. Yeah, friends, get rid of your Ring and get something else. There are other doorbell cams out there that don't share your data and spy on you. I actually did a video about it. I can update it though. I'll do it again. The integration would have allowed police to request the use of Ring brand home security cameras for investigations. Following intense public backlash, Ring cuts ties with Flock just like my city did. To learn more, I spoke to Flock about how the company's surveillance tech is used and misused. I also spoke with privacy advocates from the American Civil Liberties Union to discuss surveillance concerns and what communities are doing about it. And that's what they look like. I wonder if they have other cameras that look different, or if that's what they all look like. I'm telling you, please, organize. Please organize. I want you prepared for what's coming. And I want you and your families to be safe. So please organize. Please take this seriously. This is not a conspiracy. This is our reality. This is the life that we live in right now. This is the world around us. Fog has expanded from cameras to drones, and with that comes greater ability to track people as well as cars. So we're like living in the future now, friends. Like everything that they've been showing us in the movies for all these decades, it's coming to fruition. All right, guys. That's going to do it for me. That's going to do it for me. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Pray. Organize. I'll see you next time. Let's end with a little Barry step, shall we?
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Let's get after it.
A group known only as Blade Runners have gone viral on social media. Videos gaining millions of views showing them cutting down, smashing, and even burning these new cameras set up within London City to track all the traffic moving around. The cameras were put in place to enforce what's called an ultra-low emission zone. If your car's too old, you pay about £12.50 every single day to drive around the city. Apparently it's to clean the air. It's a new green initiative, hoping to cut back on the amount that people are driving within the city. But critics of it say that it's highway robbery. Now it's all turned into an open rebellion. These Blade Runners are going viral for running around the city, cutting down all the poles, burning them. These cameras are set up to snap a photo of your number plate. They then track your car's movements throughout the city. The police have launched an operation to try and hunt them down, but with hundreds of cameras already destroyed, the Blade Runners are winning. The rebels are winning the fight. And as these videos gain popularity and spread online, it's encouraging others to do the same thing. It's becoming a trend and it's getting out of control. There's even videos where they film tips, and to get around it, they say, definitely don't do this. And they're getting around the rules. The videos are having to be allowed on social media, gaining more attention, making enforcement of it pretty difficult. The real question is, whose side are you on? Is it justifiable for a climate change action, or is this just a step too far?
For obvious reasons, I can't sit here and promote the idea of destroying private property, but I will.
Oh, but I can. No, just kidding. The power tools are fun, aren't they?